Why VesselVerse? The big question. There's so many different NFT projects. There's a ton of discords. There's so many things to think about when you're contemplating spending Ethereum or any dollars on a digital asset. And what is that going to get you? And I want to break it down into its simplest terms for VesselVerse and the main value for me, in my opinion. And it's the people. And I'm not talking about the team in this exact iteration because this is such a unique project. It doesn't specifically have a team. If you've watched the other videos, this little Noggle icon, that is a nod to the Nouns, right? Which is a pretty large DAO project, a decentralized autonomous organization project that launched in 2021 and has spun off quite a few sub-projects, also known as forks. This is one of those forks. But while that is a very complicated ecosystem and we could dive through holes, and please do tag me in the Discord if you have any questions about that, I want to kind of really bring together, in my own opinion, the why. And it's individuals. And I'm going to highlight a few specifically and my journey with them and where we are in terms of like literal friendship and how that came to be. So I had joined VesselVerse because I was literally invited over by the original founder, who's, again, the founder, and Al. So I want to talk on that for a second because Victor, who, again, you should follow, is the original founder of VesselVerse. But it's not like a typical NFT project like you might see the Yuga Labs or the Proof Collective or Killabears are like great brands that are building, that have a team, they have a developer, they have these things. This site was developed, obviously. It was really well made by Lua Labs. But because it's a DAO, it's a communal effort. So it's about the individuals. Meeting Victor was so great, and I'm going to touch on that more in a moment. Al guiding me through the Nouniverse. He didn't have to do that. Taking me under his wing. We had multiple chats. We were on podcasts together. It was just really great to be able to connect with someone who knew more about the subject matter, literally what's going on in DAOs overall, specifically where VesselVerse originated, what's going on, and kind of literally held my hand and walked me through the door and remains there today to where we're talking, we're chatting, we're in a few Discords together. But that entry point and relationship led to me meeting Jeremy, who I'm a big fan of, you could see I was on a podcast with him. We were having a great conversation. Jeremy's a successful entrepreneur with businesses he's built, successful exits. He's a member of other DAOs. He's involved in Links DAO, which is so cool to hear about because they've been around longer. They've been around over a year, and they're buying a golf course and doing these great things. They raised millions and millions of dollars last year when things were really cooking. So being able to have those one-on-one conversations with Jeremy, being able to connect over his podcast, we've had direct messages over other things. He's telling me I know more about basketball from the West Coast perspective because we've spoken. He walked me through, again, some of his business things, and I get benefits from that. Again, I'm a small business owner, so all these relationships matter. It's the people. And when it comes to Victor himself, I'm kind of fanning out a little bit in terms of what he's done. I mean, this man, his art is the current NBA trophy lineup, all of them, literally every trophy. But his body of work in basketball, in culture, is so cool. And what other way would you be able to, quote, get in the room with someone like this without hounding him on, like, trying to get a DM in, right? But for literally like a few dollars, Vessels cost, I think, $15, you're in that Discord. And actually, it's free, by the way. You could get in free and be in the Upper Deck Discord, and you can have a conversation about his work with Kobe Bryant. And he'll talk to you about that. You can have a conversation about his work with Kith or BMW or all these amazing brands because Victor himself is a very successful artist and entrepreneur that's been doing this. This is not new. The game is not new for him. He's been doing this for a long time. And how likely would it be that you could connect one-on-one with any of these individuals in a kind of intimate setting? I've been on voice chats with Victor. That'd be difficult to do if I was just connecting with him on Twitter and trying to hound him. It's difficult to do that with anybody with the amount of spam that's out there in the world. So again, what I keep coming back to is something that I always loved from one of my favorite plays, which is Hamilton. The room where it happens. Burr sings that song. He just wants to be in the room where it happens. And that always resonated with me. And Discord allowed literal rooms, like chat rooms, where you can connect with people that it was very unlikely for you to connect with any other way. So VesselVerse has a bit of a club and a free access to individuals that are connected on the West Coast, the East Coast, internationally. You can ask questions. In some of my other Discords, I've made business relationships, not just VesselVerse, that have taken conversations into action and have done great things for my professional life. I think not enough people are looking at these projects, looking at these opportunities and what could be done. Most people are looking for it to have kind of native value grown out of the work of other individuals. And that could happen. I mean, look at all the people that minted a Bored Ape in 2021 and things happened and they didn't have to do anything. And that's great. But that is not the broader spectrum of what's going on in Web3 and NFT. And the people that you meet in VesselVerse are the difference maker. Whether that's Jeremy, Hal, myself, Victor, President Taco, there's plenty of people in there to talk to, but we're missing one. It's you. That is the difference. So come on in that Discord. I showed it in a previous video. I'll link to it here. The upper deck is available for anyone. You don't even have to buy a vessel. But again, vessels are affordable. A $15 club membership where you can network and build relationships with individuals that successfully built businesses, grown businesses, and have current relationships with some of the biggest businesses on earth is invaluable. So I can't wait to see you in the VesselVerse. And please don't hesitate to tag me. I'm at classic_Craig in the Discord. See you there.